Oh, it's just on 8:10 Friday, and yeah, I'm in the Meander River, sorry. Going to fish the fast water runs today. Beautiful, dull, overcast day. It's going to be 17 degrees, so it's going to be just quite mild. Only trouble is the southeasterly wind supposed to pick up later on. Maybe a chance of rain, but only 1 to 5 mils. But I don't think this will last. Tomorrow's going to be the day. We've got 10 to 20 mils of rain coming tomorrow. But so yeah, I want to give the fast water a bit of a session today. It's been a while since I've been up here. Last time I came, it was running a bit high, and it just wasn't worth fishing. So yeah, we'll see how we go. Anyway, I'm starting off with a Aglia Furia size 1. Might have to downsize it. It's, water level's down a bit, so I'll be doing a bit of bottom bouncing with a heavier lure. So may go to a stonefly bug or something like that later. Our first fish of the morning on here is a beautiful fish too. The first up. I don't know how well hooked he is. I've got it casting straight up stream, bringing it down out of that little flat water under those bushes. And there he smashed this little zero black bug. Lovely fish, about 480 to 500 grammer. And he's taken me all around this fast water, and I've slowly tied him a bit. So we'll get him in the net for his one head shake. I reckon he'll be gone. Right, he's ready to go. And like I said, he spat the hook as soon as he's in the net. I just weighed the fish while I was in the net. It was 970 grams total weight including the net. So just deduct the 410 grams off that, so it's a 560 gram fish. So yeah, it's beautiful condition. So good way to start the morning off. So we're going to let him go now and carry on. Well, I just hooked and lost a little tiddler here, and that's another thing that I love casting and drifting in these fast waters. But you see that there in the middle of the river, that twig? Pain in the butt. 9 times out of 10 when you cast and drift and you lure back, that's what you got to look out for. Because you, as soon as the line hits it, well, it wraps around it with your lure. And even worse are the ones that are under the water that you don't see. And all of a sudden you've got to wade 2/3 of the way across the river to retrieve your lure. Because they don't, once they hook onto those twigs and branches, they don't let go. Setup I'm using today is the Kuma Inspire IS-20 reel. That's filled with 4-pound Platypus Super 100 in a brown colour, a 4-pound very ultra thin line. The Kuma Cellulo Finesse rod, 1 to 3 kilos, 6'6" rod. And at the moment, as you know, we've got the Mepps stonefly bug spinner on. It's a beautifully well balanced setup for river fishing, even boat fishing, chasing brim or whatever, whiting, whatever you want to do. A perfect setup. Highly recommend them. Right, just on another one at last. Not a monster, he's a nice little fat one. Got Aglia Fluo Brown on this time. And, we had a couple of light hit and misses, and I got that one, had to flick the lure up under those overhanging bush in that flat water on the edge of this fast water run here, and yeah, this fella grabbed hold of it. So we'll reasonably well hooked, so we'll get him off and send him on his way. He's probably around 310, 315 grams of this one. I just had a follow from a nice little brown here. I've gone at a black blade Aglia Moose Noir now. He just sat behind the Aglia Fluo Brown, didn't want to bar it, so I thought we'll try the Aglia Moose Noir and a black blade, and then maybe even go back to the bug spinner, stonefly bug spinner again. So going to fish our way right up through here in this some fast water. It's very slippery underfoot here. Not the easiest of wading. There's a lot of slime, brown slime on the rocks, and they're all rolling underfoot as well. So I've got eight heat patches on my lower back and hips today, so should keep me going for a couple of hours anyway. Oh, just another hit and a miss there on the Adrian moose. So I've gone back to the size 0 bug spinner in the stonefly again now, and I'm going to stick with that, I think. And still a lot of fast water, slippery, rocky fast water ahead of me up there yet to fish, and some nice flat pockets in it. And yeah, so we'll push on and hopefully I can. Oh, I'd love to get half a dozen trout today anyway. See how we go. I just put a gold haglier on. One I got a Mepps Black Fury sticker stuck on it, and fishing this fast water, I just flicked into that fast water and let it drift, and this little tacker here come out and grabbed hold of it. Oh, and he fell in. God, it's hard to stand up in this water at the moment. So I'm down on my knees in it now. But yeah, look at the size of it, little bugger. Still, those is better than nothing. I've lost 3 already. So we've got 3 landed and 3 lost. No, he's good to go. He's on his way. Oh, that's another little tacker. There's taken off that opposite riverbank, right where that log is in the water there. That shaded flat water. Come back to the stonefly again. Only because the sun keeps coming through. Wasn't supposed to be clearing up until late this afternoon, so anyway, we'll get this little doozy off and get him on his way. Well, I've probably covered about, I don't know, 300 or 400 metres of river so far for 4 trout and 3 other lost fish, and it's 10:15 now, so yeah, it's just been like a couple of hours so far, so I suppose I haven't done real too bad considering. Standing up in this river's the hardest. There's still some nice water ahead, so I'm going to keep going for a little while longer and just see how we go. Like I said, I'd like to have half a dozen at least for the effort I've put in here. That's a better fish. More like it. Oh. Give me a run around out there. Yeah, lovely brown that one. It's taken off that flat water right off that other riverbank there. And, he's only just slipped too, so we'll get him in the net and get him off. If I can get him back in. Oh, she's good to go. I'll just tip her out. On her way. Ah, very nice. So you can see this little size 0 stonefly I'm using, pretty well beat up. The blade's nearly all black now because the little yellow pattern's worn off her. What I've done is I've flattened the blade out a little bit. Normally they have quite a curve in that across that blade there. So I get my pliers out and just flatten it out a bit. And because when you're fishing these fast waters, you need as much blade width as you can get with them. And when they've got that curve in, they don't seem to. They're alright if you're going across the river, bring it down, but straight up the river and bring it down. I want that blade to spin, so I have to flatten it out to get maximum rotation, and you can feel the drag of the lure then. You can feel that blade working in the water. If you don't feel any drag on the spinner, you know that blade's not rotating properly. So yeah, get the pliers out and just flatten the blade out a little bit. Well, that's what I do. And it seems to work for me. I've done it for over 55 years, and it hasn't failed yet. Right, so I've just come up through all this fast water here. I've had one hit and a miss. I'm just going to, poop. So slippery, it's so hard standing up here. I'm just going up through this here now. There's a nice bit of flat water ahead. I'm going to fish that and then I'm going to call it a day. It's now 11:05, yeah. I think it was 8:10 when I got in the river, so it's nearly 3 hours. It'll probably be about 3.5 hours by the time I fish that area and get out of the river, and then I've got a probably 20-odd minute walk back to the car. So this is going to be the hardest part, just getting up through this bit here now. Once I'm up there, I'm right. Right. Oh, I got up through that fast water there. Now I'm into this lovely big, wide, fast medium flowing water. So tell you what, there better be a fish in here. After all, I just put myself through to get up in here. Be horribly disappointed if there's nothing in here. It's still hard standing up here though. It's just so slippery and rocks are rolling underfoot. You know, I've got felt spike boots on there and still having trouble. It's mainly the rocks when they roll. That's roll underfoot. That's the biggest problem. Anyway, let's try and catch a fish. Oh, still haven't caught trout number 6. 5 hits for 3 hookups in that flat water, all come off that opposite river bank. Not one of them stayed on. So we just got this one flat water left here, and I got to call it a day. Obviously it's already nearly 11:30 now, so yeah, by the time I finish this, get back to the car, it'll be about 12:15, 12. And the body's getting pretty sore, so we'll do this one and then I just hope I can get the 6th trout. If I don't, well, stiff cheddar. Finally, we got the trout number 6. It's nearly the last cast of the day. There's a nice brown to finish it off with too. And all the other ones I hooked and lost before, only tiddlers anyway. But yeah, it was nice to finish off with this one. That was taken right in that headwater, right off that opposite riverbank right over there. So we'll get him in the net and set him on his way. Oh, she's ready to go. Let her off. Away she goes. It's a howling gale here at the moment. Winds come up from the east, really roaring across the top here. So, probably best I do call it a day. And, yeah, so yeah, it's 20 to 12 now, so my day's done here. Well, it's just a quick short run. Yeah, it's 12 now. I'm back at the car. It's just too windy to do this quick report outside. So yeah, all up with 6 trout landed from 13 hookups. Out of the 7 hookups and trout I lost, only one of them was a reasonable size. The rest were all little tiddlers, so that I didn't worry too much about losing them anyway. But yeah, I covered a lot of river. Most I've covered in that fast water there since this time, probably last year, and I think it was about, wasn't this time last year, it was about February, March, because that's when it fishes at its best. So yeah, I was happy with another half a dozen to me tally. So windy as hell now, so rest up for the weekend and come back next, yeah, hopefully I might get back here next week sometime and have another crack at it. We'll see what the weather's like. So next time, tight lines.